And as you heard Coach Bauman say, yeah, we have to block up front. Yeah, we got to be able to run the ball. But we can't turn the ball over. That was a big thing with this team last year. We would get in some very good situations. We'd drive down the field. We'd get to about the 30-yard line, and then we'd cough the ball up or we'd throw a pick. And we just cannot afford to do that.
Well, no, and we didn't have the experience last year, and you're giving the ball up to teams, and as everybody knows, the Southwest Conference is one of the tougher conferences in the whole state of Minnesota. You got a 4A school, 2 3As, a couple 2As, and a 1A. So, I mean, you got a really tough schedule there, and you just got to hang on the ball. And there was a lot of times, Bill, we were down inside the 20. We'd fumble, or we'd have an interception, or you know, you can't expect your defense to hold you game in and game out all game long and stop powerful teams. And the experience the Arrows bring back this year should be a big plus for them. We got a lot of seniors. We got our running backs played a lot of minutes last year toward the end of the season, did really well. So I look for the Arrows to have a good season here, and we'll see what happens here after tonight here at Paulson Field as we're taking on the RTR Knights.
Well, the other big thing that really was a problem for us last season, and hopefully with the kids putting the time in this summer over the weight room, we won't have to talk so much about injuries and kids going down. I don't think there was a game last season where we didn't have at least one kid that couldn't finish the game.
Well, you know, the trainers down there, I mean, they got more exercise going out in the field and back, trying to help the guys out and, you know, get to keep everybody healthy there. And, you know, that is a big thing, is you got to keep everybody healthy. And, you know, I think they've had a good training camp coming into the season here. We're starting a week early, and they've had some nice cool temperatures, had some warm temperatures, and it should be a good night for them. They look really fired up. We got a nice crowd here. We got a nice amount of kids out here. I see we just got a couple guys injured. One guy with a broken finger.
Yeah, that'd be Donovan Johnson.
Followed after his brother Carl.
As Kurt was up here before the game, and he said it's just, I guess it's a family thing.
Must be.
Somebody has got to get hurt, as he said. Should be a good one. Glad you're here this afternoon / early evening with us. The Arrows won the coin toss. They will be receiving the football to start this ball game. It'll be Mr. Wabaki to tee it up. Alex Osaports is back deep to return, along with Jacoby Hunt, the young sophomore for the Arrows. And, you know, we talked about it a lot last year. Good old number 22, Mr. Osford, he had a motor that didn't quit, and we're going to see him right off the get-go here on the kick return.
He was always in on special team plays, getting tackles, and, you know, just a good all-around player here for the Arrows.
Glad you could join us here tonight. We got a lot of sponsors to thank, a lot of new sponsors, and we thank you for being a part of the program. So it makes us have such a good old time. Here's the run-up, and boom, low little squib onside kick by the RTR Knights. The Arrows are just going to fall on it, and they'll have beautiful field position right around the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
You know, I told Swenny we got a whole bunch of new sponsors.
Yeah.
And I said they all thought that I retired, and then they heard I was coming back, and they had to jump on board with the good guys again. They all had to jump back on.
I guess so, huh?
I know the first play.
You know the first play?
I found out last Saturday night.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe it.
Yeah?
He still won't use my favorite play.
Well,
I begged him.
There's a shock.
I begged him.
2 men wide left, 2 men wide right. They're going to spread them out this year, according to what Coach Bauman says. Single setback is Boss. Man in motion is Buffington. He'll come into the backfield. Snap, give, Boss. Off left tackle, rumbles across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Nice gain of 6, 2nd down.
Yeah, nice gain right over left tackle. Big hole there as Boss just waits for his line to open the holes, and good gain there. Sits at the 44, 44 and a half. 2nd down and 4 here for the Arrows. Just underway here at Paulson Field.
Shane Vogt, the senior, comes up with the tackle. It brings up 2nd down and a manageable here for the Arrows. Make it 2nd down and 3 with 11:20 to go first half. Trips to the right side, 1 man wide left. Single setback is Brady Boss. Man in motion now is Osford. He'll motion into the backfield. He'll go to the eye. Dots the eye, handoff, Boss, right side. He's got the first down across midfield into Knight territory at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, let's give him about 9 yards on that carry, 8.5. Another Arrow first down here for the Arrows. They get in the Knight territory. Just beautiful blocking on the right side. We go left a big hole, right a big hole. Give that credit to your offensive line and the experience out there.
And Coach Bauman said that big offensive line of Thompson, Evans, Grande, Boucher, and Manderscheid are going to have to open up some holes. And so far, the front 5 getting the job done. 4 wides in the pattern. Under center goes Jacob Derby, the senior. Man in motion is Osfort into the backfield. Deep man is Boss. They'll give it to him again, and he is stood up and driven backwards. He's going to lose yardage this time as the Knights get in there and blow that thing up. On the bottom of the pile there is Justin Hively, the 6'2 senior.
Yeah, the green line was going backwards in a hurry. There's the RTR Knights on the 3rd play of the game. Give the Arrows their first loss. It'd be a loss of 1 for the Arrows. 2nd down and 11 from the 48-yard line.
3 carries, 10 yards here, or excuse me, 3 carries, 16 yards on the ground here so far for Brady Boss. Boss will be the single setback. They'll send trips to the left side, 1 man wide to the right side. That is Josh Maybon. Derby under center, long snap count. Long snap count, puts a man in motion, nobody moving in motion. Now Osfort goes, nobody wanted to come initially, looking to set up the screen, and Derby's in trouble, and he is sacked all the way back in Arrow territory, lost the football, and I believe the Knights have it.
Yes,
Arrows,
they do.
That thing was a disaster from the get-go. Derby tried to get somebody to come in motion, nobody did. He tried to throw the screen, get sacked, lost the ball. RTR will take over with beautiful field position.
Yeah, just nobody knew what they were doing, and he moved the foot back for the motion twice. And Osfort went over in motion, then took off to the left, and Derby had nowhere to go because you said it was a screen, so the linemen have already let off on their defenders, and sack and a fumble at the 42-yard line of the Arrows. The Knights, first possession of the game.
They'll go I formation. Cole Vogt, the senior under center, takes a snap and gives it off to the last man through. That is Shea Wabaki, and he's going to get a couple of yards to the 40, and that's it. Boss on the bottom of the pile.
Actually, that was a stacked eye they had there, Bill.
Was it?
It was a stacked eye.
I didn't even look. I just saw the snap
Something
and I went.
you don't see a lot. Laverne Cardinals run the stack eye quite a bit.
They got some big boys down there in Laverne. They're going to be a handful this season, too. Vogt's going to bring him to the line of scrimmage. Everybody up on the line. Single setback is Shea Wabaki, the 6-foot senior. Long snap count here for Vogt. Takes a snap. Student body left. And Wabaki is going to get a loss of a couple. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Arrow's trying to say they came up with the football.
Zach Boucher on the tackle.
And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 after a loss of 2.
Great job by the defensive end, Boucher, as he got great pursuit down the line. The linebackers filled in. Corners filled in, and there was nowhere to go. They just kept pushing him out. He'll lose 1, 3rd down and 9 3/4 yards.
9 3/4, really?
Yeah, 9 3/4.
I'm glad you're getting so technical. They'll bring
him to the first game of the year I could get technical because I'll lose it here shortly.
Stacked eye in the backfield, 3 men behind Vogt. Looks like a running formation. Wabaki is the deep man in the eye. Snap. They'll go play action. Rolling out to his right is Vogt. Looks, pumps, fires. Intercepted! Osfort comes up with the pick, and the Arrows will turn him right back over.
There we go. Nice job. I tell you what, defense looked unbelievable out there, Bill. They got good pressure. Osfort comes up in this corner spot and gets the Oski there. Turns the ball over. The Arrows will have it at their own 39-yard line, their 2nd possession of the game.
Arrows coughed it up on a fumble, their first possession after they had moved the ball about 20 yards and then lost it on the fumble. Let's see. We have yet to see Derby throw the ball around the yard. Let's see if he does on this possession. 2 men left, 2 men right. Single setback is Brady Boss, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Derby, long snap count, takes the snap. They'll go directly to Boss, straight ahead across the 40, still on his feet to the 44. Solid gain on 1st down, and it'll bring up 2nd and manageable.
That'll give him about 4 yards in that carry. You like the running of Boss. He just keeps his legs churning and gets himself down low. It's really hard to tackle a guy. They are down low and they got them legs turning. Nice job there by Brady Boss.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 here for the Arrows. 2 men left, 2 men right. Maybon and Osfort here to the left side. Single setback is Brady Boss. Derby under center. Long snap count. Looks left, looks right, looks back to his left. Takes the snap. He'll go to Derby. Boss off left tackle. Across midfield. Still on his feet. Dives across the 45 and is down to the 43-yard line. And that's enough for an Arrows. 1st down.
Give him about 12, 13 yards on that carry for Boss. Boy, was there a big hole in that left side. Maybon and Osfort did a nice job of sealing over here. If he could have got himself outside, they had everything sealed up, and for a nice lane to the touchdown.
12 yards on that carry for Brady Boss. He's off to a good start, 33 yards on 5 carries here to start the ball game. We are in the 1st quarter with 7.5 to play. Derby under center. Long snap count here again. Still haven't yet to see him throw the football, and he won't here either. He gives it to Brady. Boss ahead to about the 41-yard line. It's a gain of about 3.
Yeah, he did that all on his own because all the linemen were standing back over on the left side. He went all the way to the right, and he ran right into a linebacker, barreled him over. Good job by Boss.
Brings up 2nd down and about 7 here for the Arrows as they go from right to left in your radio. Arrows won the coin toss and said, we want the ball first, and they were moving the ball quite effectively until the sack fumble.
About halfway gone with this first quarter. 7 minutes to go.
2 men left, 2 men right. Under center goes Derby, the senior. Sends a man in motion. This is Sawyer Pals. They'll play action and give it to Pals on the end around. Goes to the outside, makes a man miss. Still on his feet, and is going to be very close to an Arrow first down. He'll be about a yard short. Nice play there on the end around to Sawyer Pals.
So a nice block here by Zach Boucher as he actually took the guy out that was going to get Sawyer there. He just leveled him there and let him go outside, and Sawyer's just about a yard short. But 3rd down and 1, 4-down territory here if you're the Arrows.
6:20 to go here in our first quarter. No score between the Knights and the Arrows. 0-week football here on KLOH. Maybon and Osport will go to the left side. Derby under center, takes a snap, he'll take it himself, and he's going to have enough for the first down as he just pats the old center on the backside and says, I'm following you, pick a hole.
Give him about 5 yards on that carry for Jacob Derby. Lots of the first down club is really getting wild out here.
Yeah,
the Arrows are moving down the field.
Might have to calm them down just a little bit down there.
I thought they were supposed to wait for Pete.
Well, that's what I thought, but they're not waiting anymore.
You got to wait for Pete to do the first down.
First game jitters. Everybody's a little amped up, I guess. Single setback is Brady Boss. 4 men in the pattern. Derby under center, takes a snap, counter to left side with Brady. Boss with a hole, runs over a man at the 25, down to the 24. Another solid gain for Brady Boss as he absolutely lit up Mr. Dylan Core.
Gunnar Manderscheid pulled from his opposite side there in the guard and absolutely lit up the tackle. Got a big hole there.
Brings up 2nd down and very short. Make it 2nd down and 2 here for the Arrows as Boss is almost out to the halfway century point.
And we're in the first quarter.
Yeah, and still quite a long ways to go. Still 5 minutes to play here in this first 12 minutes of action. Maybon left, slot left is Oz. 2 men wide to the right side. Ossenfort now the man in motion. He'll motion into the backfield. They'll take the snap. They'll give it to Brady. He is the workhorse here so far tonight. He's still on his feet across the 20, down to the 15 as he keeps fighting for yardage, and he's got an Arrow first down.
I'll give him about 9 yards on that carry. That put him 59 yards here already in the first quarter, and the Arrows just keeping it on the ground. If you're Coach Bauman, you got to be real happy what's going on. Your offensive line's doing a great job of blocking. Your running backs are following the blocks, waiting for the holes to open up.
And the best part about it is, Lanny, is Coach Bauman hasn't had to show his hand with Derby's arm yet tonight.
Well, you don't want to show a lot probably tonight either, because I'm sure there's a lot of coaches in the crowd scouting, not a lot of teams playing here, and they're scouting the Arrows, the rest of the Southwest Conference. 2 men left, 2 men right. Single setback is Brady Boss. Derby walks up to the line. He'll go under center here now. Long snap count. Arrows 1st and 10 from the 15, and now Derby checking off at the line of scrimmage. Backs away from center, yells out some instructions, and the Arrows took too long. It'll be a delay of game penalty. I was going to say that was a long time out there, and they'll go back 5 and be 1st and 15 here.
And it'll be on the Arrows. It is a delay of game penalty. It'll back them up 5.
Mic on the official.
I like that a lot as well.
We got Mike on the official, new PA, and we can finally see.
That's nice, isn't it?
We got new lights. Nick's got them up.
4:20 to go here in our first quarter. Make it 1st and 15 now from the 20-yard line. 2 men left, 2 men right. Knights were showing blitz. They'll back away. Boss the single setback. Derby goes up under center. Long snap count. Takes one last look off to his left side. Snap, give, Boss. Runs into a wall. Drags a couple of guys across the 20 to the 19, 18-yard line, and that's about it. It'll bring up 2nd down and long.
Yeah, about 2nd down and 13 here for the Arrows. 14. RTR staying home there.
Yep. And this may be a situation here where you got 2nd and long, then maybe you let Derby
air one out.
Let him cock the arm back and see what he can do here with 3:40 to go, because you're in 4-down territory regardless.
Yep.
Maybon and Buffington, or excuse me, Pals and Buffington to the right side. Maybon and Osport to the left. Man in motion is Oz. Snap, they'll give to Oz on the end around. Oh, they missed a block on the outside, but Oz cuts back up the middle of the field, still on his feet, and he is gone! Touchdown!
Beautiful job by Austin Fort to be patient there. As you said, they missed the block on the outside out there. Turns himself inside. All the defenders were going out. Austin Fort just keeps coming across the middle. Gets the first arrow. Touchdown of the year.
Boy, the cornerback played that absolutely perfect. He was able to avoid the block on that outside. Oz saw it and just cut right back up the middle of the field instead of trying to go to the sidelines, and walks in after breaking a tackle for the Heroes' first 6 of the season. Now the extra point.
Nice play.
Derby, the left-footed kicker, will come on to attempt the extra point. It will be Buffington to hold. Snap spot, boot, kick is up, and the kick is money. 7-0. Arrows on top. This is Arrow football.
Hi, this is Alex Osford, and you're listening to Arrow Football on KOH.
9-play, 61-yard drive, and the Arrows go into pay dirt. Austin Fort with a nice 22-yard run. 7-0 here, Arrows over the RTR Knights with 3:21 to go here in our first quarter. Arrows have 71 yards rushing, 5 first downs here already.
That's correct. Boy, it's almost like you know what's going on stat-wise.
I do. I'm just looking over your shoulder.
Back deep to return the kick here for the Knights is Shane Vogt, the 5'10 senior. Big number 73, Trav Thompson, has got the ball teed up. The big fella is going to be doing the kick in here. Thompson will wait for the official to give him the okay, as Vogt had to tie his shoe there in the backfield. Thompson puts the hand up. Here's the run up, and boom. Nice end-over-end kick. It will be taken by Wabaki at the 13-yard line. Now they'll give it to Vogt on the end around. Lost the ball. It's up for grabs, and now it's a scrum on the bottom of the pile. I believe the Knights are going to hop back out.
Arrow football.
No, they didn't.
Hit. Austin Fort with the hit. The ball comes up. Arrows recover. 25-yard line. The Arrows will have it again. Austin Fort come down and just lowered the boom. And that ball went flying.
Brody Alderson came up with the loose football, and the Arrows again will have beautiful field position at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
This is what you want to do as you're the Arrows, is punch this right in and score right away. You got the momentum on your side and just keep rolling.
1st and 10, 2 men left, 2 men right. Single setback is Brady Boss, and again, we still have not seen Jacob Derby have to throw a pass here, as the running game is doing that good. Under center goes Jake. Derby, long snap count, looks left, looks right, snap, 3-step drop, looks, fires, wide receiver screen to Oz. Oz wrapped up in the backfield. He's going to rumble ahead back to the original line of scrimmage for no gain, 2nd down. Maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, they're going to give him about a half a yard, but nice job by the defender from RTR to keep his eye on Austin Fort the whole time out there on that wide receiver screen. 7-0 here, Arrows. 2:48 to go here in our first quarter. First game of the year. They call this 0 week.
Yep, it's an opportunity.
How many games in 0 week?
Today there was 2. Last night I believe there was 6. All across the state.
8 total.
Yeah, the defending, the state runner-up in 9-man last year, Wheaton, was in action yesterday. Play action. Derby looks, rolls, wide open is Osborne. Down the sidelines, cuts back to the middle of the field, still on his feet. 10, 5, and he reaches.
Touchdown.
Did he get in?
No.
They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line as Oz put the ball out there. And Osborne on the wheel route comes wide open and almost scores his second 6 of the Knights.
Boy, you got to put a big A+ and effort for that on Austin Fort. Holy smokes. Bill, he should have been tackled back here, and he just kept churning, and here we go.
1st and goal from the 1, and Derby's in. Touchdown.
Quarterback sneak by Jacob Derby. Arrows up 13-0 here in the first quarter.
And we still have 2:07 to go in this first 12 minutes of the season. And now Derby, after the quarterback sneak, will come on to attempt the extra points.
So far,
A+ for the game.
Good.
Yeah.
So far, so good for the Arrows.
Buffington will hold as he counts the guys to make sure he's got enough. Derby says he's ready. Snap spot, boot, kick is up, and the kick is right downtown, and it is 14-0. Arrows on top. This is Pipestone area football.
The great Vince Lombardi.
Hey, this is Jacob Derby, and you're listening to Arrow Football on KOH.
14-0 here, Arrows. They score Then they kick off. RTR fumbles, 2 plays, and Arrows go into pay dirt again.
Boom. High end over end kick, this time taken by Wabaki. We'll see if they go with the reverse. They fake the reverse. Wabaki across to 15, 20, 25, still on his feet, and then is taken down by the Arrows' Mitchell Orion, 5'9" junior, and he'll start there. 1st and 10 will the Knights.
Well, they got good field position here at the 29-yard line. It's either 3rd possession of this 1st quarter.
See what the Arrows come up with on defense here as the Knights will start 1st and 10 at the 29, make it the 30-yard line.
Defensive starters, you went through them?
I did not go through the defensive starters yet. We can do that here after this play as Volt brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Stacked eye in the backfield. Now a tight end will motion out to the left side. That's Dylan Core. Now a second man will motion out to the slot that side. I formation, Wabaki the deep man. Volt under center. Long count. Takes it. Lost the football and the Arrows have it. Lost the football as Volt was pulling away, and the Arrows will fall on top of it as they turn him over in the 2nd time, and it says many plays. Who comes off the pile with it this
Johnson with the recovery.
6'2" junior comes out of there with the football.
Well, it did rain here earlier, and I'm sure it's a little bit wet out there. And it kind of looked like what happened there is he started backing up, and it slipped out of his hands. So it'll be Derby and the Arrow Moving Company back on the field again, leading 14-0 here with 1:49 to go here in the 1st quarter.
1st and 10. Arrows will come to the line of scrimmage. They'll send Buffington and Powles wide to the right side. Mabon, Osport wide left side. Single setback is Brady Boss. Derby goes under center. Cover 2 defense looks like here from the Knights. Osport the man in motion. Snap, they'll play action to him. They'll give it to Boss straight ahead.
A fake.
And a beauty it was. It sucked the ends right along with Osport, left the middle wide open, and Boss gets a nice 5-6 yard gain.
I like the Arrow running game of Austin Ford and Boss. They do a nice job. Very quick, small scat backs.
And we've got a break in the action. Timeout taken by the Knights. We'll take one with them as well as we sit here with 1:32 to play. 1st quarter, it's 14-0. Arrows on top.
Hi, this is Trav Thompson. You're listening to Arrow Football on KLOH.
14-0 Arrows, and here we go again.
Osport, the man in motion. He'll come into the backfield to give straight ahead to Brady Boss. And he's going to be close to the 1st down, but I believe he's going to be just shy.
Looks like he's going to be about 1.5 yards, 2 yards short. Bring a 3rd down and a long 2.
Big number 52, Vercruzzi comes off the bottom of the pile for the stop, but to bring up the 3rd down, and as Lance said, just a couple.
1:10 to go here in our 1st quarter, and the Arrows with a 2-touchdown lead over the Knights.
2 men left, 2 men right. Single setback is Brady Boss. Derby looks at the RTR9 defense. Now goes under center. Long snap count. He'll take it himself. Rumbles ahead, and he will have enough for an Arrow 1st down at the 19-yard line, and that will stop the clock here with 50 seconds to play 1st quarter.
About 2.5 yards on that carry. Just follows the big lineman through.
Ively comes up with the stop there. He's got a few tackles here already in this ball game. 1st and 10 from the 19.
See Miss Miller's back doing the yardage marking over there.
I can't see who's over there with her, though. Who's on the front of the chain?
Oh, is it Keith? Doesn't Keith usually do it?
Usually it's Keith. I don't see him either.
Pepper.
Oh, Keith is.
Keith's there. He's got the yardage.
Yeah, he's got that. 1st and 10 here for the Arrows from their 19-yard line. I should say the Knights' 19-yard line. Give Boss. Makes a man miss across the 15, down to the 10. And he'll be very close to yet another Arrow 1st down. And we'll see how fast they can get the ball spotted. The Arrows do not have to run another play in this 1st quarter.
It don't look like the Arrows will run another play either. Coach Bauman comes over, and they're going to let the clock run out. Go to the 2nd quarter here with the Arrows leading by 2 scores. 14-0. You listen to Arrow football. 14-0. Start the 2nd quarter here. The Arrows driving balls just outside the 10-yard line. It's 2nd down and a short 2. Ball sits at the 10.5-yard line as Coach Bauman talks to his guys.
Yeah, good. You couldn't have asked for a much better start here for the Arrows in this first 12 minutes of the season. They ran the ball very effectively. They had the 1 turnover, but so far, the Arrows 18 carries, 92 yards in just 12 minutes of the season.
Well, you like to come out and run the ball and establish the running game. That's what they always say when you watch the pros. You establish the running game, the passing game will come. Well, that's what happened. The Arrows established the running game and then come out with some passes, and have done a really nice job here. Now this drive, we kept it on the ground, doing well.
First and 10 here for the Arrows as they will, or excuse me, it's second down and short here for the Arrows. They'll send 2 men left, 1 man, nope, make it 2 men to the right. Single setback is Brady Boss. Knights showing blitz, they back out of it. Arrows might have gotten away with a false start there. Derby rolling out to his right, looks. Cox now he'll take it himself, makes a man miss inside the 10, inside the 5, and it's going to be short of the goal line. He'll be taken down at the 2. It's first and goal, Arrows.
Got nice coverage there by the Knights, but he had nice blocking. Derby had nice blocking out front by Austin Ford and got himself down to the 3-yard line. And he first and goal for the Arrows, leading by 2 scores, 14-0 here.
Knights running personnel on and off the field here. Arrows come out of the huddle. They'll send 2 men left, 2 men right. They're going to stay in that 4 wide receiver set here, and so far it's paying dividends, stretching the defense out and then letting the Arrows front 5 go up against the front 4 of the Knights. 11.5 minutes to go, second quarter, 14-0 Arrows on top. And now we've got a whistle and a break in the action, a timeout taken. We'll step aside as well. With 11:26 to go here, it'll be first and goal from the 3 when we come back. This is Pipestone Area Football.
Hi, this is Zach Boucher, and you're listening to Aero Football on KLOH.
11:26 to go. Snap, Derby, give Boss, and he is stood up. He's not going to get there. It'll be second down and goal from the maybe 2.5-yard line as we bring it back here to Paulson Field. Arrows on top, 14-0 over the Knights in the season opener.
Yeah, Derby just about lost the ball, and I think when he got it back to Boss, he was a little bit farther ahead, not quite ready for it, and he hit the defensive line of the Knights, stood him up. Second down and goal here from the 3. 14-0 Arrows, just under 11 minutes to go here in our first half.
I tell you what, so far when the Knights have gotten that inside pressure with Hively and Vercruyze, they have really stuffed the Arrow run, and Vercruyze came up with a big stop there, second and goal. Man in motion is Osford. Derby under center, snap, rolls out to his left, gets pressure, and he is going to be sacked. As he tries to fight away from a couple, he does, but he can't avoid the rest. He's sacked all the way back at the 12-yard line. Huge loss in the play, brings up third down and goal.
He'll lose 10 yards on that one, and Bill said third and goal here for the Arrows. Knights just bringing the house there on the Arrows, and nobody picked him up coming off the right end there.
Yeah, Wheats is the one that's actually going to get credit for the sack, but Brandon Curd, the 6'2 senior, made that happen as nobody picked him up on the outside coming from his DN spot, and he was able to put all kinds of pressure on Derby, forced him away from what he wanted to do, and a big loss for the Arrows. Brings up third down and goal from the 11-yard line. 2 men left, 2 men right. I'm sure we're going to have to see Derby throw the ball around here a little bit and see what he can come up with. Derby under center, long count. Knights show blitz, they don't come, and this little slant pass, and that's broken up as Josh Mabon looks over at the official and says, hey, you got to give Oz a chance to catch the ball, but Oz wasn't looking, he wasn't ready for it, to bring up fourth down, and the Arrows will probably go for it here.
I think we kick it. I think Derby's got that good a leg.
You think so? Brings up fourth down and goal from the 12-yard line here. Got to have the end zone, or it's a turnover on downs. They'll send trips to the left side. One man, Josh Mabon, wide to the right. Mabon towers over the defender on his side. Maybe give him a jump ball, see if he can go get it. Derby under center, takes a snap. 3-step drop, looks, pumps. Now he'll rumble up ahead. He's going to try to take it himself, and is tripped up from behind by the defense. It'll be a turnover on downs, as making the shoestring tackle from behind is Luke Wearing, the 6-foot senior, and the Knights will hold. First and 10, RTR.
Had the right idea. You know, they must have listened to you. They got, what, radio in their helmets? Or?
They must. They must. So the Knights will take over first and 10 here at the 6-yard line, and they have got a long, long field in front of them.
This is really the first good chance we would see the Arrows defense out on the field. They did a nice job of shutting the Knights down and forcing turnovers.
Yes, they have, as now they'll move a couple of men out of the backfield, wide to the right side. One man wide, one man slot. I formation. Wabaki, the deep man, stands at his own goal line. Vogt takes a snap, almost lost it again, gives it to Vogt straight ahead, and the Arrows are not letting anything go there for the Knights. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
He's actually going to lose a yard on that one. Arrow inside the 4 doing a great job, and the backers coming in.
Well done, Pete. Well done. Apple and company were there to stop him. It'll bring up second down and 10. 9 minutes to go here in our first half. 14-0. Arrows are on top. The Knights so far with just 1 yard of total offense in this football game compared to the Arrows 120. Everybody in tight here for the Knights. Vogt under center. He's had problems hanging on to the football here. Arrows show pressure. They come with the house to the left side. They'll go toss left side, and Vogt is going to rumble ahead to near the 10-yard line, but as you mentioned, there is some laundry on the field. It is a hold, and it'll be half the distance to the goal and repeat the down.
Now you can see that right away as Brady Clausen was held on that outside, and that's why the running back could get around him there. He'll lose, so they'll probably go take him back a couple yards.
They'll take him back to the 3. So it'll bring up second down and 13.
Or they could leave it there and be third down.
Or they could, yeah. We'll see what they do.
I think they're going to decline it.
Yep. Yes, it is. Boy, I tell you what, I really like the official having a mic. I like that.
It's cool.
Well done on that, Pete.
Whose idea was that? Pete's?
I don't know whose it was.
He was going to retire with me.
He was?
He brought this back.
I guess.
I told him since Herm's gone, now Terry has to make the cookies and hot cider.
Oh, is that how it's going to go? All right, well, it's 3rd down and 6 here for the Knights after Wabaki gets 4 yards on that carry. Stacked eye in the backfield. They'll move 2 men out to the right side now. Arrows stay in there, 4-4. Single high safety.
Fumble
Snap,
again.
And the ball is loose. Arrows say they have it.
recover.
The official has not singled. They will come in. They'll check it. It's
football.
Arrow football. Third turnover of the ball game.
He is really struggling with getting the ball off the center.
I did not see who came up with the football. But the Arrows will force their 3rd turnover defensively on the night. And Vogt is having a hard time hanging on to that football coming out from under center.
1st and goal for the Arrows.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line here for the Arrows.
Just outside the 10, right? Or is it no?
Just inside.
1st and goal.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Arrows. Under center with 4 wides in the pattern is Derby. Moves a man in motion. This is Osport from left. He'll come into the backfield. Snap, give, Boss. Rumbles ahead, still on his feet, down to about the 6-yard line. 2nd and down and goal to go.
A 4-yard gain there by Brady Boss. 2nd and goal here for the Arrows, leading 14-0 with 8:04 to go. First half.
Yeah, Arrows with the 14-point lead and 8 minutes to go here in this first half. 12 carries, 62 yards on the evening here so far for Brady Boss and the Arrows. Over 120 yards of total offense here in this first half thus far. 4 wides in the pattern. Derby, long count. Goes under center, takes the snap. Wide receiver screen to the left side. This is Buffington, and he is in. Touchdown.
So they faked everybody out on that wide receiver screen. Buffington with the 5-yard reception. 20-0 Arrows. Kick pending by Jacob Derby.
Yeah, the Arrow offense has so far been able to do pretty much whatever they've wanted in this first half.
We still got the flag backwards. I watched one today, high school football.
Yeah.
The first ladder has got to be out front of your school.
Well, we'll see.
I'll have to talk to Mrs. Danks.
You talked about it.
Where's she at?
Spot boot kick is blocked, and the extra point will be no good. Arrows will lead 20-0 with 7.5 minutes to go in our first half.
Hey, this is Brady Clausen, and you're listening to Pipestone Arrow Football on KLOH.
Well, I guess you were in a hurry to get back from break, huh?
Yeah, well, you said I had to hit this one button.
High end over end kick from Thompson, taken by Wabaki at the 15. He'll hold on to it. 20, still on his feet down the right side. 25, 30, 35, 40. He's got one man to beat. It's Thompson, the kicker, and he is tripped up by Thompson at the 43-yard line. Beautiful return from Wabaki. It'll be 1st and 10 Knights from Arrow territory.
How do they mark him way back there when he fell down?
I think he stepped out of bounds is what they're going to say.
Coach Boomgarden's going nuts on the other side. I don't blame him.
Yeah, he's not real happy at the moment.
That would have
Beautiful
been a
return.
game changer for the Knights. They've had nothing go their way, and the ball is set at the 43-yard line of the Arrows, and the Knights will take it. Pete says 44.
1st and 10 RTR as they
That's what defense the Arrows are in.
have their by far best starting field position of the night. One man will go wide to the right side. That's Wearing. Slot right is Shane Vogt. I formation, Wabaki the deep man. Vogt under center, gives it to the front man through. He has stood up and rumbles ahead to the 40, and that's about it. That's Ty Tuft, the 5'8 junior on the carry, his first of the night. Second down.
Second down and 6 here for the Knights. Just go right up dead center. If I would have got the guy who won the tackle.
Second down here for the Knights. What's that?
Try and get the guy in the tackle.
Yeah, would you do that? Who'd you get?
I don't know. Pete, don't tell me either.
Do I have to do everything myself? I guess.
Set up, tear down.
I guess. 2 men wide to the left side. I formation. Wabeke the deep man. Vogt under center. Takes the snap. Gives to Wabeke off right tackle. Cuts to the outside. Makes a man miss. Dives for a first down. And he'll have it down to the, they're going to mark him at the 29-yard line. Good gain. It's a fresh 4 for the Knights.
Nice job right over the right tackle. Giving him about 10, 11 yards on that one. Ball sits just outside the 30-yard line. First and 10 here for the Knights.
Did you get the tackle that time?
No, I did not.
Jeez.
I was watching some action going on back here.
Oh,
it had to have been a corner.
Well, I thought it was Maybon that got him from the safety spot. He was either Maybon or Derby, but we'll go first and 10 from the 29-yard line for the Knights. Stacked eye in the backfield. They'll give it to the second man through, and that is Tuft. He'll rumble ahead for just a couple.
Well, I'm trying to find an arrow that's around there.
Would you please?
It was tripped up by Boucher.
Thank you. Was that so hard?
See, Pete even agrees with me.
Well, that's because Pete waited to see what you said, and then he was going to see if that was going to be it or not.
Good guess. We're both wrong. Flip the quarter. He says Manderscheid. I said Boucher.
Well, you're both wrong.
Second down and 6 here for the Knights.
Stacked eye in the backfield. And now whistles and a timeout taken by Coach Boomgarden and RTR. A break of the action here at Paulson Field. The Arrows are on 20-0. This is Pipestone.
Hi, this is Walker Core, and you're listening to Aero Football on KLH.
Stacked eye in the backfield, snap play action. Vogt rolling out to his left, and that pass is incomplete, intended for his tight end, Dylan Core, on the sideline. It was Sawyer Pals in the coverage. It'll bring up third down.
Yeah, he had nice coverage out there. Had a nice rush by the Arrow front 4 and a couple linebackers putting pressure on him. Third down and 6 here for the Knights, trailing by 2 scores. 14-0, 5:26 to go.
Make it third down and 7 here for the Knights. Best starting field position of the night. They have so far gone 4 plays, 17 yards. Stacked eye in the backfield. Wabeke is the deep man in the eye. And now they'll completely spread them out. 2 men left, 2 men right. Shotgun formation here for Vogt. Wabeke to his right. Calling for the football. High snap, he has it, and he is absolutely obliterated by Zach Boucher and company as they take care of business. I think it was actually Gunnar Manderscheid.
Gunnar got the finishing touches.
And that'll lose some big-time yardage. Fourth down and 11 now for RTR as, boy, Wabeke had nothing happening there.
Everybody spread there.
Tried to spread the Arrows out, and the front 4 came in. Gunnar Manderscheid and Zach Boucher, they blew that thing up in the backfield. And we've got another whistle here.
Timeout, RTR.
And that'll be their final timeout of this first half. We'll take one with them.
It's Taco Tuesday. Beef taco, 99 cents and $2.59. And also save on taco in a bag. A meal in itself, just $3.39. JB's Food Mart Pipestone for Tico's Tacos.
Back to action here in Pipestone. RTR with a beautiful screen pass. Wabeke makes the catch, makes a man miss. He's got a first down and then some, all the way down here to the 17-yard line. Perfect play call by Coach Boomgarden and gets the RTR Knights out of a big fourth down and long. They'll have a fresh 4.
Avon had him right before the first down marker, and he slipped out of the tackle. Starting safety. First and 10 here for the Knights.
Ball sits at the 17-yard line. First and 10, RTR. They'll go with the stacked eye on the backfield. They've been showing that and then moving out to a motion, and they'll do so here again. They'll move 2 men out to the right side. Vogt goes under center, I formation. Wabeke the deep man. Calls for the football, gives it to the first man through, and going absolutely nowhere is Tuft as Gunnar Manderscheid is there to wrap him up.
Manderscheid along with
Tackle by number 60, Manderscheid for the Arrows.
It'll be a loss of 1 on the play.
Michael Giagrande.
Second down and 11 here, make it now for the Knights as we roll under 3.5 minutes to go in our first. Arrows on top, 20-0. Good first half here for the Arrows. They've done what they wanted to do. They've run 27 plays, averaging almost 5 yards a play for 130 yards of total offense in this first half. One man going to go wide left. Go ahead.
Just what Coach Bauman wanted is come out strong and put some points on the board and the ground or ball control, and it's worked well for him.
Absolutely. Rolling out to his right. Vogt, ball up for grabs, and that is incomplete, nearly intercepted by Sawyer Pals at the 3. Can't hold on. It'll bring up the third down.
Boy, if he could have slipped up a yard in front of that, there wasn't nobody. I mean, nobody was going to catch him.
Would have been a foot race.
Wide open down the field.
And that'll bring up third down 11 as Vogt threw that thing off his back foot. Looked like the official threw the flag. Referee threw it in the backfield, and here comes the call from the official. Roughing the passer on the Arrows. That's a free first down. So that will help the Knights out immensely. It'll be first and, well, half the distance to the goal. Put them just outside or just inside the 10. Be first and goal for the Knights. That's a huge penalty.
So busy looking down the field, watching the nice break up there as it didn't even catch. The roughing the passer.
Yeah, so that will give the Knights a first down. It'll put the ball at the 9-yard line. It'll be first and goal, RTR. 2 men wide right, 1 man wide left. Wabeke, the deep man in the I formation. Vogt takes a snap, gives to Wabeke, and he is blown up in the backfield by Gunnar Manderscheid. It's a loss on the play, second and goal.
Gunnar he's played as a sophomore and a junior from that linebacker spot. He's done a nice job. He's got that low center of gravity and just really gets after him and just plows him over.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Second down and a goal here from the 11 for the Knights, trailing by 3 scores, 20-0. 2:39 to go. If you're the Arrows, you'd like to stop them here, not let them score. Going into halftime.
Wabeke right now is the single setback. We'll see if they motion anybody out of the backfield here. Unbalanced line to the right side for Vogt and the Knights. Snap, give, play action to Wabeke. Looking to set up the screen. They've got a man, and that is incomplete as Derby absolutely destroyed Tuft over there trying to make the catch. It'll bring up third down.
To get up. You know, I don't like birds. He's got a lot of birds rolling around his head right now.
What a hit by Jacob Derby as he laid the lumber to that kid. Oof,
nice hit.
Wow, is
You're
right.
the receiver. You got the quarterback saying, young man,
don't you ever throw a ball that high.
Don't overthrow it like that again, or you're going to come out here and be a receiver.
Boy, it looked like he was wide open, but Derby with a great recovery on the left side of the field and just destroyed Tuft as he was putting his hands on the football. Couldn't have timed it any better, could Derby. Stacked eye in the backfield. Now they'll motion 2 men out to the right side. Derby and Maybon will go with him. Now 1 man will go to the left side. Pals goes with him. I formation, Wabeke the deep man. Snap, pass, look, pump, fire. Intercepted by the Arrows. This is Josh Maybon. Makes a man miss. Down the sidelines goes Maybon. It's a foot race. 40, 50, 40. Cuts back to the inside. Go! At the 30. Still on his feet. 20, 15, and is finally tripped up at the 14-yard line. Beautiful return as Maybon almost comes up with a house call.
85-yard return on the interception there by Maybon. He was running out of gas. We got somebody down on the field, or nope, we had somebody down. Beautiful, beautiful job by Maybon. Stop that night drive. Maybon's going to come out and get a little fresh air.
It'll be first and 10 for the Arrows at the Knight 15-yard line as Wabeke saves the touchdown. Beautiful return of 84 yards for Maybon and the Arrows. 2 men left, 2 men right. As you mentioned, Maybon comes out. Checking in for him is Colby Poyer, the 6'3 junior, wide on that left side. For a single setback is Boss. They'll give it to Brady. Makes a man miss in the backfield. Spins away from another. And then is stood up and dropped at the 11, second down.
Give him 4 yards on that carry as Boss. Second down and 6 here for the Arrows.
Boy, what a return there from Maybon.
Oof. He cut back across the field, and I thought he had it because they had him on the sideline.
Yep.
He made a nice cut back because he was running out of gas, and they get him at the 15.
Yeah, Gunnar gave him a nice seal block to give him that cutback lane, and he just ran out of gas at the 14. Arrows with beautiful field position. Derby lost the football on the snap, just picks it up, and then it gets trampled by a host of Knights It'll be a loss in the play and third down and long coming.
51. Good.
Arrow's going to call a timeout. Nope.
Could be on the carry for the Arrows.
Clock continues to move here with a minute 10 to play in this first half. Brings up third down and long, make it 12. Arrows in 4-down territory here. Arrows with 2 timeouts left to go in this first half as we go under a minute to play. 1 man left, 3 men to the right side. Derby's going to go under center, checks the RTR Knight defense. Buffington, the man in motion, goes into the backfield, now comes back to the tight end spot. Play action. Derby looks, pumps, fires, and he had a man, but short arms it, trying to get it over top of the linebacker to Osford. It falls incomplete. 4th down.
Dangerous, dangerous pass.
Yes,
the
it
corner
is.
come across. I mean, there wouldn't been anybody going to get him.
Would have been a foot race the other way, and he'd have had a 10-yard start on everybody. 4th down to make it 12. 40 seconds left to go here in this first half as Derby looks over to Coach Todd Bauman, and the Arrows want to take a break. We'll take one with them. With just under a minute to go, Arrows on top 20-0. This is Pipestone
Hi,
football.
this is Josh Mabon. You're listening to Arrow Football on KOH.
4th and 13 here for the Arrows. 40 seconds to go. Lead 20-0.
Mabon back on the field there in his wide out spot to the left side. Derby goes under center. 3-step drop. Looks, pumps, fires. Home run ball. Caught. Touchdown!
Wide open there for the Arrows. 4th score of the first half. 16-yard pitch and catch for the Arrows.
Yeah, he found a hole in the zone, and he just sat down and waited for Derby to find him. Jake with a nice throw, Oz with an easy catch, and the Arrows increased their lead as Derby will come on. Nope, it'll be Thompson here to attempt the extra point. So Derby kicked the first couple, had the last one blocked, and now he'll give way to Trav Thompson. Buffington will hold, snap spot, boot kick is up, and the kick is no good. It's wide to the right, and the score remains 26-0. Arrows on top. This is Pipestone football.
With as little delay as possible with a building permit from Pipestone Conservation and Zoning.
Hi, this is Jordan Johnson, and you're listening to Arrow Football on KLOH.
26-0 here. Arrows with 36 seconds to go. Thompson just booms it out.
Kicks it to Wabakee. He'll give it to Tuft on the end around 25-30, and then Mabon will submarine him from there. It'll be 1st and 10 RTR at the 33-yard line. Good tackle there by Josh Mabon.
Just got him down low, wrapped him up, dropped him to the ground. RTR will sit at the own 34-yard line here. The 26.3 seconds to go in our first half.
See what the RTR Knights elect to do here. As you mentioned, 26 ticks left. They have no timeouts. Down 4 scores. Let's see if they take a knee and go to the half, or they try to run a play here. Arrows will stay in the 4-4 defense. Actually, it looks like they're going to go with a 3-4. Going to go with 2 safeties over the top. Now somebody runs on late. Somebody was not paying attention. Now they'll stay with the 4-4. Stacked eye in the backfield. Under center goes Boat. Wabakee, the deep man. Snap. They'll give it to Wabakee off a right tackle. He's met in the backfield and dropped by Austin Apple. And that should be the last play of this first half.
Nice job by Apple coming from his linebacker spot. Gets through the gap. Drops him for a loss.
Yeah, back to the 33-yard line. Brings up 2nd down, and the Knights do not have to run a play, and they will not. At the half, the Arrows are on cruise control in their season opener against RTR. They lead 26-0. First half stats analysis and a whole lot more here next on the halftime show. This is Arrow Football.
I think he's gotten himself a little nervous early, and the Arrows just put a ton of pressure on him right away. The Arrows will kick off here the second half. RTR will receive. Arrows up 26-0. Start of the third quarter.
Wabakee and Tough back deep. Thompson, boom! End over end kick, and this is going to go out of bounds. And that'll give the Knights beautiful field position here to start this second half.
Beautiful field position.
1st and 10 for the...
What is the humming that's going on with us?
By rule, the ball will be placed on the 35-yard line. First down.
I like that.
How'd you do that?
I am that good. That's the ref down on the field. I am that good, Lanny.
I like that.
You like that?
Like, where is that coming from?
You liked it, didn't you?
The program, boy, we got how many sponsors now? We're going to gain more.
Yeah, we're getting big time. 1st and 10.
ESPN's going to be calling. I'm sorry.
1st and 10 for the RTR Knights. Stacked eye in the backfield. Wabakee now in at quarterback as Vogt has been pulled Wabeke will get the start. Tough as the single setback to his right. Wabeke calling for the football. Snap is high. He has it. He's just going to have to run for his life, and he's not going to go anywhere as the snap was way high. Wabeke lucky just to hang on to that one. Second down, and guess who's in there again? Gunnar Manderscheid on the tackle.
Manderscheid, he does a nice job, like I said before. He's just such low center of gravity, and he's got such strength. He just drives with them legs, and Raps does a really good job.
Makes it second down.
Second down in 14, 15.
Yes, sir.
Lots of buzzing. It's got to be Pete's new toy here.
No, it's not Pete's new toy. It's just everything in here. There's so much more electronic stuff in here than there were now back in the old days. A lot of it has to do with that thing. Second down, make it 14. Wabeke under center. Tough, the deep man in the I formation. One man wide left, two men wide right. Wabeke starts his snap count. Long snap count, takes it. Play action, looks. Cox going for the home run ball. Underthrown, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for his receiver down the sidelines. That was Newt Dunblazer, the 6'4 senior. And it'll bring up third down and long. On the coverage, Jacob Derby and Mabon with the help.
Yeah, Derby did a nice job step for step with him. A little bit shorter than the Knights, but you know, Mabon sat right behind him, did a nice job at his safety spot. Bring up third down and 14 here for the Knights. First possession of this second half, trailing by 26 points. Arrows on top. Put a lot of points on in that first half.
Yes, they did. And I'll bring up third down and a mile. Stacked high in the backfield. Make it 3rd and 14. Two men to the right side. One man wide to the left. Deep man is Tuft in the I formation. Wabeke goes under center. Arrows stay in the 4-4. Showing blitz. Gunner will come off this B gap. Wabeke going to let it fly down the left sidelines. Incomplete. Overthrew his man by about 5 yards. That'll bring up 4th down. And the Knights are going to have to punt as Gunner came on the linebacker blitz through that B gap and forced him to throw it earlier than he wanted to.
Just delays just a little bit there on his blitz, and then just takes one step back and then goes in. Doing a great job. First punt of the night here by either team.
Yes, it is. I just realized that.
Austin Fort and Derby back. First punt of the night happens in the second half.
Wabeke will line up in punt formation. As Lance mentioned, Derby and Oz back deep. These two kids have had a good opening to the season here for 2012. Snap is there. Wabeke has it, lets it fly. High end over end kick. Oz will call for the fair catch and will make it at the 36-yard line. That's where the Arrows will take over, 1st and 10.
Nice little punt there by Wabeke. Good all-around player for the Knights.
And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 37. And now we'll see what the Arrow offense can do with their first possession of this second half.
Like to see them come in right away and make a nice, long, sustained drive here and a score coming out of halftime. With all the momentum going their way in the first half, you don't want to stop now. You'd like to have a nice drive. But if you're RTR, you want to stop them right out. 3 and out for the Arrows if you're a Knights fan.
RTR going with a deep cover 2 here defensively. Got a 5-2 defense here. Does RTR in the second half. Pass to the right side for Osfort. Makes a man miss on the stiff arm. Tries to dive back to the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if he's going to get there. Little wide receiver screen is tough. Wraps him up around the angles. Be a half-yard loss. Second down.
Well, you know, the Arrows were doing some passing, and it was a nice job adjustment there by the Knights to come out with that deep cover, too. And the Arrows like that wide receiver screen. But if you're going to get them widened out like that, Billy, then you start handing it off inside to get some nice chunks of yardage up the middle.
Yeah, especially, you know, with Marshall, they've played a 5-2 defense for, I think, for the beginning of time. And we're seeing RTR play that here now in this second half with a cover 2 look on the safeties. 4 wides in the pattern for the Arrows. Man in motion is Pals. They'll give it to Sawyer on the end around. He's looking for a block. He gets one on the outside from Josh Mabon. Dives ahead across the 40 to the 41. And will bring up third down.
A little misdirection there by the Arrows. Pals with a nice little 4-yard gain. We'll give him 4-5 on that one.
Tuff comes up with the tackle and is holding his right arm a little bit, like he might have gotten stung there just a little bit. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Arrows' first possession here of this second half.
Arrows really spreading things out on this possession. Their start here in the second half.
Tuff, by the way, on that tackle came from all the way around on the other side of the football field. As Pals came in motion, Tuff came with him. 2 men left, 2 men right. Single setback is Brady Boss. He's yet to touch the football here in this second half. Let's see if they give it to him here. Nope. Blitz on the shovel pass to Brady Boss, and he's got room to run, and he's across midfield down to the 49. Beautiful play, beautiful design. Derby waited just long enough to get the pass away, and it's a 1st down for the Arrows.
Just about to get sacked. You know, that's the He's had a year of experience under his belt, and he did a nice job. And ball sits just on the arrow side of the 50. Like Pete says, another arrow first down. They've had a lot of them here tonight in this ball game.
10 double digits for the Arrows on offense with the first downs tonight. 10 first downs for Pipestone compared to 3 for RTR. Buffington, the man in motion. He'll move into the backfield. Snap, give. Boss stood up and goes for maybe a yard. That's about it. In on the tackle was Justin Hively, and we've called his name a bunch. He goes 6'2", 225 on that line.
Kind of slowing the Arrow rushing game down, switching to that 52. You got a lot more guys down in the box there.
Brings up second down and 9.
Love that 52 defense.
You did?
Yep.
Or you do?
I love it. That's the way we played years ago. Lots of teams still play it.
Back in your day?
Many moons, many moons.
Just 4, right?
Under 30 years ago. 2
men wide left, 2 men wide right. Single setback is Boss. Buffington, the man in motion. He'll go all the way across the formation. Snap, Derby, rolling out to his left. Pressure coming, and he is sacked. Oh, they're going to say he got rid of the football. No, they're going to say he was in the grasp. And that's a quarterback sack for Justin Hively. And that'll be the 3rd sack of the night for the RTR Knights.
Rolled himself out onto the weak side of the field. The line just couldn't hold their blocks. Just about got the shovel pass out. I believe it was to Buffington. He'll lose, what do we got? 9?
Bring up the 3rd down and 17. Big sack there for the Knights, their 3rd of the evening. And now 3rd and a mile here as the Arrows going to have to truck the ball up into the air a little bit.
Are we going to see 2 punts?
I don't know.
Second half?
Arrows have not punted the football here yet in the ball game. Like to see him go over. Knights stay with the 5-2. 2 men left, 2 men right. Single setback, Brady Boss. They'll give it to Boss straight ahead. And he is stood up by Shea Wabeke and driven. Excuse me, not Wabeke. That was Brett Vercruzzi who stands him up at the 45. And the Arrows are going to have to punt.
For the Knights, 4th down.
Derby will go back deep for the Arrows, I'm sure. See, the punter was last year.
I would imagine so.
Looks like it.
So Derby gets back to, excuse me, Boss gets a gain of 1, brings up 4th and 16. And Derby will line up in punt formation. Wabeke back deep to return. Derby stands at his own 32-yard line. Snap is high, corrals it, and gets it away. High spiral kick. Wabeke will call for the fair catch, and he will make it at the 29-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over, 1st and 10.
Beautiful adjustment there by Derby to pull that in, because he had a lot of pressure coming at him.
Yes, they did.
Great field position for the Knights. Good punt, though.
Good punt.
40, 35 yards, about a 35 yards.
27 yards.
Close.
So RTR will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. And the clock right now is stopped with 6:55 to go. Arrows on top, 26-0.
Can you see? Everybody see?
You got to have the middle one on. That one.
Okay.
Got to have the middle on. Stacked eye in the backfield. Now a couple of men will go in motion. Wabeke stays in at quarterback here for the second drive of the second half. Tuft is the deep man in the I formation. Wabeke long count. Arrows stay in the 4-4. Arrows showing blitz. They do not come. Wabeke play action. Rolls out to his left. Bumps, fires, pass incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver over on the far side. Dylan Core, 2nd down.
Arrows getting a lot of pressure on Wabeke. Having a tough time getting rid of the ball.
Yeah, Wabeke had it, or I should say Core had the pass from Wabeke, just could not hold on. Would have been about a gain of about 5 yards, but slipped through his fingers as he was being tackled.
With Wabeke at the quarterback, it kind of
limits their receiving options.
You know, he did a nice job rushing the ball in that first half.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 here for the Knights. Stacked eye in the backfield. Tough the deep man. Now they'll send a couple of men in motion out to that far side. Kevin Anderson will be the slot man, the sophomore. Everybody else stays in I formation. Wabeke under center, takes the snap, gives it to the first man through, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Maybe a gain of a couple. That'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Trying to get a new tackle. They all got up so darn quick. Vogt carried the ball. We're going to give the tackle to Jordan Johnson, number 71 for the Arrows.
3rd down.
Got that?
I got it. I'm just glad you did your job. I like it. 3rd down to make it 7. Clock runs here in this 3rd quarter, under 6:20 to play. Arrows on top, 26-0. Couple of punts here to start this third quarter, one for each team. RTR now with their second possession of this third quarter. So far, 2 plays, 3 yards. Went 3 plays -4 last time up. Waubakee calls for the football, has it, rolling out to his right, still looks, now he'll tuck and run, cuts back to the middle of the field and runs over to man.
First down,
and it looks like he'll have enough for the first down to the 41-yard line, and it's a fresh 4 for the Knights.
Getting up on the tackle there. He is.
Boss. First down,
It'll be first down, RTR.
Just about had him there at the 35-yard. That would have been 4th down and about 6.
That'll bring up 1st and 10 here for RTR. As checking out for the Arrows will be Derek Evans. I believe it was Giagrandi that came in for him,
yes,
number 68. Stacked eye on the backfield. Tuft is the deep man. Vogt in front of him. Anderson in front of him. Hard count for Waubakee, nothing doing. Takes the snap. Pressure coming from his outside, and he is sacked by Zach Boucher all the way back to the 30-yard line.
That's what you do as a defensive end, is you force him outside, keep pushing him outside, let your linebackers come up the middle. Corner comes from the outside and get a nice sack, big sack. They're about 11-yard loss on that play. Nice job by Zach Boucher and his right defensive end.
Boucher.
2nd down and 21.
Boucher took that left tackle on that side of the line, just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and then just grabbed a hold of Waubakee and ran him down to the turf.
Well, you want to keep him on your inside shoulder on that so you can always force outside, and your linebacker should fill in behind you, and nice job.
2nd down to make it 21 after the sack for 11 yards for Zach Boucher. They'll send 1 man wide to the left side, 2 men wide right. Anderson, the sophomore, will be in the slot. Deep man is Ty Tuft in the I formation. Waubakee under center. Arrows with a single high safety. Snap pass is incomplete, intended for Dylan Core. There is a miscommunication between he and Waubakee, as Waubakee let it go after a 2-step drop. Core, I think, was expecting a 3 or a 5 and wasn't even looking for the football yet.
He's coming across the middle there and threw an out pattern there. 3rd down and 21 here. Ball sits at the 30, right at the 30. Arrows lead 26-0 here with 4:26. No scoring here in this second half so far.
Yeah, the first half just flew right on
Up
by.
and down the field we go.
Second half going a little slower as we sit at 4:26, as Lance mentioned. Don't forget, coming up after the game, we'll talk to the head coach, Troy Bauman, and we'll let you know who our Crop Production Services player of the game is. I formation, stacked eye. Pass to the left side, and that is incomplete, intended on that side for Colton Lawson, the 5'10 sophomore. Couldn't hold on to it, broken up by Alex Osfort, brings up 4th down, and the Knights will punt.
Osfort read that one big time right out of the gate there, and he had nowhere to go. If he would have caught that, he still would have went for a loss. Be 4th down and 21, and the Knights will have to punt. Great job by the Arrow defense here, starting out in this second half. They have not lost a step from the first half.
6 plays, 1 yard on that drive for the Knights. Waubakee is he'll line up in punt formation. Osfort and Derby will go back deep to return. Snap is much better this time. Waubakee lets it fly. End over end kick. It'll be taken by Osfort at the 40. He lost it momentarily, then just falls on it at the 41, and that's where the Arrows will take over 1st and 10.
Kind of an end over end, kind of spinning, spirally type kick there. Osfort, struggled with a little bit, and it went right to the ground with it. Nice job there by Osfort. Had nice running room in front of him as Derby had a nice block set up in front of him. 1st down and 10 for the Arrows from their own 41-yard line here in the third quarter, leading 26-0.
Coach Bauman is still down there, coach, and he's got Jaden Gorder over there saying, hey, you got to get around on this end and put some pressure on there for me, and now goes back to work watching the offense. Man in motion is Oz. Play action. Derby rolls, little screen pass for Osfort. He's got it. 45, midfield, down the sidelines. 40, 30, cuts back inside, and is all the way down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for Alex Osfort, who's having a big, big game.
42-yard gain there by the Arrows. Just a little shovel pass as Derby swings to his left. Has a good seal block out there, and Osfort with a nice job catching it. Tiptoeing down the sidelines, just about scored there again. Big play there for the Arrow offense.
41 on the pitch and catch to Alex Osfort coming out of the backfield. Just ran a little Little delay onto the flat, and Derby let the DN suck in, just lifts it right over top his outstretched fingers, and it goes for big-time yardage. 1st and 10, Arrows from the 18-yard line of the Knights. 2 men left, 2 men right. Single set back is Brady Boss. Derby wipes off the hands, now goes under center. Man in motion is Osport into the backfield. Now sets, fire. They'll give it off to Brady, straight ahead. And Boss rumbling, bumbling, and finally taken down at about the 10.5-yard line. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first down, gain of 9.
Just hard-nosed running there for the Arrows. Boss just lowers the boom, keeps going, keeps them legs turning. About a 7-yard gain there for Boss.
Let's spot him at the 11. Yeah. Brings up 2nd down and short here for the Arrows. Clock rolls under 3 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. 1 man wide to the left, that's Josh Maybon. Trips to the right side. Pals, Buffington, and Osport all over there. Single setback is Brady Boss. Derby backs away from center, changing up the play at the line of scrimmage. Now goes back under center against the 5-2 of the defense. Looks, fires, slant pass for Maybon, thrown behind him, and if that's on target, that's 6.
Yeah, that's a nice, Derby's got a nice touch with the ball there, just a little bit outside, or Maybon would have scored.
I got to tell you, I'm very surprised that the corner on that gave Maybon the inside release. Maybon had all day in front of him to catch that football. Like we said, if that's on target, that's an easy 6. Surprised that they give him the inside release, but they did.
Bring up 3rd down and 4 here for the Arrows. 4 down territory. Ball sits at the 11-yard line.
Maybon again will line up wide to the left side. Trips to the right. Pals way out on the sideline. Single setback is Brady Boss. Derby goes under center. Checks over the defense, takes the snap. 3-step drop, looks, pumps, fires into this flat for Osport, makes a man miss. Still on his feet, and is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. That'll bring up 4th down and short here for the Arrows. After the big completion, they've gone just a couple, and now have to make some yards count.
I would like to see them maybe do a little quarterback sneak or something there, just get a few more yards. But when you're in that 5-2, you know, your line's pretty well plugged up. A lot of guys down in there, and you know, your center and guards got to do a nice job blocking to open that hole.
4th down and make it 3 here for the Arrows. Clock continues to run with 2:15 and counting to play. Arrows have to have the 9-yard line for the Fesh 4. They'll send Sawyer Pals wide to the right side, trips to the left side. Derby goes under center, long count, takes a snap, 3-step drop, looks, fires, end zone, and is incomplete. Is trying to hit Buffington, and miscommunication there. Buff didn't have his head turned around, waiting, looking for the football, and the Arrows will turn it over on downs.
The RTR's ball from the Arrow 12, their own 12-yard line, sorry, 11-yard line. And the Knights will take over for their 3rd possession in this 3rd quarter with 1:58 to go. Arrows up 26-0 in our 0-week game.
That's right. The Arrows now will not play.
Around like Wisconsin does, we're doing it.
The Arrows, with this 0-week ball game, will not play next week. Arrows will have a bye week. You heard Coach Bowen talk about in the pregame show. He says we have limited opportunities to work with the kids because it's supposed to be basically like a bye week. You're not allowed to do a whole lot, so they'll have certain restrictions that they got to follow next week, but that's next week. Right now, we got a football game to win, and here's a handoff to Tuft, and he's going to rumble ahead very close to a 1st down.
I think he's got a 1st down.
Boss
you know,
in on the
that
stop.
week off,
yeah,
I get to have smoked ribs from the cook-off champion.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See, I don't.
Since you didn't get to cook them,
I didn't.
You won't cook them and have the draft on Saturday.
It didn't work for people. I'm sorry.
Only works 2 people, and then we change it. I know who the guy is. He's sitting down here.
No, he didn't say anything. It wasn't him.
Oh.
There's a couple. Oh, ball's loose, fumble, and Wabaki is just going to fall on it back at the 20-yard line. That'll be a loss of a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down and long here for RTR. No, next week, with the bye week here for the Arrows, we'll have Edgerton Ellsworth Flying Dutchman football on the air as they look to defend their 9-man state championship from a year ago.
That'll be a fun game over there. You know, they went undefeated, win a state championship. You know, town's still a buzzing over there.
In fact, some of the Dutchman players are here tonight. I see Devin Holstein and Derek Vogie, Isaac Hurd. Looks like Blake Jouster's down there. Mr. Mertens is down there. They're down supporting the Arrows tonight. kids know each other very well. And there's a handoff back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it for the Tuft after the fumble, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Boy, RTR really having a difficulty hanging on to that football tonight.
Hey, you'd think it'd be dry enough out there. Otherwise, they'd ask for a towel. I see Derby's wearing a towel for the Arrows.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 here for the Knights. Ball sits at the 22-yard line. Got to have the 33 for a 1st down, and now they'll go 4 wide set. Waubakee shotgun formation, 2 men left, 2 men right. Single set back is Ty Tuff. Calling for the football. Arrows show blitz. They bring the house. Snap is over Waubakee's head. Pressure coming, and it is incomplete. As now we're going to have a flag come down. Should be an illegal touch, as he threw the ball to a lineman.
Yep.
And Waubakee bends over a little bit as he's slow to get up. We'll get the call here from the official.
I think if you're the Arrows, if it's against the Knights,
and
it is against the Knights.
It is against RTR. If I'm the Arrows, I could just go ahead and decline this. Let's get the official call here from the official as he'll make the play call here.
Illegal touching on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. 4th down.
There you go.
Boy,
that is nice,
cool.
Isn't that? I like that a lot. So they'll bring up 4th down and long, and RTR will have to punt. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the field. Arrows on top, 26-0. This is Pipestone Area Football. Area.
Everybody should show a little school spirit. What better way to show it than to sport your school's logo in your wardrobe? Sweatshirts, tees, shorts, or even socks. Print Express of Laverne is your full-service embroidery for school spirit. Whether you're from Laverne, Pipestone, Slayton, or Edgerton, stop in today for your customized school spirit wardrobe. Print Express of Laverne, your screen print and embroidery company. The best quality at the lowest price. Call today at 888-283-1770.
Hi, this is James Zollner, and you're listening to Arrow Football on KLOH.
Start of the 4th quarter here. Arrows have not scored here in this second half. They lead 26-0 over the RTR Knights.
It'll be 4th down and 15 as Osport and Sawyer Pals will go back deep to return the kick of Waubakee. Derby stands over here on the sidelines next to assistant coach Todd Bauman as they get ready to go back to work offensively.
And Pals set return a kick.
Waubakee, snap is good. Waubakee lets it fly. Low end over end kick. This will bounce to 45 across midfield. 50, 45, 44, 43. And that's where the Knights will down it right there.
Nice punt. They got a nice roll with the ball. Sits in the 43-yard line. That's where the Arrows will take over for their first time here in this 4th quarter, leading 26-0 over the RTR Knights. First game of the season for both teams.
1st and 10 Arrows at the 43.
Arrows will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. As Derby and the offense will come back out onto the field. I did like the jump around.
Pete's trying to get things going. We got to get the crowd into it.
I like it.
New PA system. Lots of different things here by the boss man.
I like these new lights. You can see the field beautifully.
No dead spots out there?
No dead spots. 4 men in the pattern. Osport, the man in motion. They'll play action to him. Give the Derby on the, to Boss on the delay up the middle, and he'll get just a couple as he is drugged down from behind by Anderson, the sophomore, 2nd down.
I'm going to give him about 3 on that one. You know, when you run that 52 bill, you got straight up blocking by your offensive line there. Yep. Before, everything was wide open there. So a little different thing, and then you got the young sophomore, Derek Evans, starting at center. They're going to come out and run up the gut. Derek's got to do a nice job, get out and get his guy right out of the gate, get that hole opened up. He's done a nice job here so far in his first start as a sophomore.
Yeah, right now the Arrow offense, you got to have a hat on a hat here. Osport, the man in motion. He'll go all the way across the formation to the left side. Snap to Derby. Pressure coming, looks, fires, man wide open. Maybach, 45, 40, down the sidelines, 30, and is shoved out of bounds. It'll be a nice pitch and catch to the 29-yard line. 1st down Arrows as Derby took a shot but stands in and delivers a beautiful pass.
Well, I really like the passing game by the Arrows, something we haven't seen in the last couple of years. We're doing a nice job of catching the ball, and it all starts up front, giving him a little bit of time, just let him get it, throw it out there. But our receivers doing a nice job of blocking out in front for their guys too.
24-yard pitch and catch here for Derby and Josh Maybon. They'll send trips to the left side. Josh will go wide to the right side. Single setback is Brady Boss. Now Buffington will come in at a tight end spot on the outside of the line. Derby goes under center, checks over the 5-2 defense of the Knights. They're switching things up, showing pressure. Now Derby stands up, backs away, goes back under center, takes a snap, gives to Brady Boss, off right tackle, runs over a man at the 28, and dives to the 26, second down.
You know what you do when they're cheating up like that. I know Bauman won't let me do it.
The tight end
You use the tight end.
The tight end dump.
Just drag Buffington right across behind the linebackers. There's nothing there. The safety's cheating way to the other side.
A la Matt Paulson.
Remember, happy birthday to Matt on Monday.
Remember that? Where was that? Was that Granite Falls? Where they did that? I thought he was going to run out of breath before he got to the end zone.
He would now. He would now.
Second down to make it 6. Derby goes under center. Going to have to hustle this up as he had to run out and explain something on the pattern to Josh Maybon. They'll look. They're trying to go for the home run ball. Derby all day.
Open.
He's got a man. Osifort caught. 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown.
Boy, we got RTR Knights laying all over the field. We got one guy down.
Big number 72 for the Knights, Brandon Kerr, 6'2", 210. Down on the field, they'll tend to him. They've also got a man down over on the far sideline. That is Mitch Hurst, the 6'1" junior, as Osford comes up with his second touchdown catch of the Knights.
Yeah, he just got himself open over there and just waved his arms as Derby was trying to look to the right, to the weak side of the field, threw all the way across the field, which is something you don't want.
Yeah, he had,
boy, I got to run the mic, Pete says.
He had all day to throw that and finds Osford for the touchdown. And now they'll tend to the downed player, again, Brandon Kerr, down on the field for the Knights. We'll step aside. They tend to the injured player. This is
Zach Boucher, and you're listening to Aero Football on KLOH.
Arrow score 32-0. Getting up off the field for the RTR Knights is Brandon Kerr, putting a little bit of pressure on that right ankle.
Yeah, not much.
I don't know if it's a knee or the ankle or what it is. The Arrow training staff over there to help Coach Boomgarden get him off.
25-yard touchdown pass from Derby to Alex Osiport. Oz's second touchdown reception of the night. Trav Thompson will come on to attempt the extra point as the Arrows lead 32-0 here in this fourth quarter of action. We are at 10 minutes to play. Buffington will hold the football. Snap, spot, boot, kick is up, and it is no good. And the score remains 32-0 with 10:07 to play from Paulson Field.
This is 10:07 to go. The RTR Knights, Kerr goes down. They're overworking on him on the Knights sideline. Trav Thompson set to kick it off here for the Arrows.
Got to say a big thanks to all of our sponsors helping you bring Arrow football onto the airwaves tonight, including all of our new sponsors. Listen to this, lady. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new sponsors to start off the year, and a big thanks to them. All About Smiles, Jessica Johnson Photography, D Sanitation, Mycogen Seeds, and Gordon Moeller, Keel Chiropractic, Pipestone Dental, and A&S Drug. Big thanks to those folks. Welcome to the sports program. Good to have you aboard. It's always fun.
Yes, it is.
Boom. High end overhead kick. It's taken by Tough. Now he'll give it off to Wabaki. Wabaki across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, still on his feet and is taken down from behind. And the Knights will start first and 10 at the 45. And now Wabaki slow to get up as he sits up.
He is hurting.
And
RTR's main guy, his ankle the way it looks.
He'll walk it off here. A good return for Wabaki. It'll be first and 10 for RTR.
Thompson has 2 touchdown saving tackles from his kicking position.
Yes,
That's just inside the 45-yard line here with 9:25 to go. Arrows up 36-0.
As RTR will hope Wabaki's okay as he walks up to the huddle. We'll get this drive underway. Stack guy in the backfield. 2 men go out into the pattern, both to the left side. Wide man is Dylan Corda. Anderson, the sophomore, to the slot. Nope, that's, that's Wabeke, no, Wabeke's under center, and boy, Wabeke, you can tell he is hurt as he's hobbling to the backfield as he hands it off to Tuft. He'll rumble ahead for just a couple. Excuse me, that's a Henderson on the carry.
Looks like they're going to maybe bring Vogt in.
Yeah, as Wabeke, he is hobbling something bad, and now he will come out of the ball game, and Vogt will go back under center. Yeah, he took a shot on that kickoff return. Don't know if he rolled an ankle or turned it or what happened, but he'll go to the sidelines, and Cole Vogt will come back in, the 5'10 senior. Deep man is Tuft. 2 men go wide to the outside. I formation. Vogt in front of Tuft. Snap to Cole Vogt. He'll give it off to Tuft, and he is wrapped up and driven down to the ground in a hurry by Alex Osborne and company.
And Apple, looks like Austin Apple was the initial contact.
22 Osborne.
3rd down and 7.
3rd down.
Looks like the Arrows Boyer Bauman warming up here. He'll probably come in on the next offensive series.
3rd down, make it 7. Clock running with under 8 minutes to go in the ballgame. 32-0. Arrows are on top in the season opener. Arrows trying to snap a 10-game losing streak, and well on our way to doing that here tonight. All they got to do is just finish out the last 7 minutes of this ballgame. 2 men left. Counter to the right side. This is Tuft. Makes a man miss. Tries to cut back to the middle of the field.
Stood up.
And is stood up and driven backwards. And number 22 is there again. 3rd play in a row that Alex Osborne has made the tackle.
We called his name a lot last year, and we've called it a lot already this year. He has made a big improvement from last year, and he had a great year last year. Boy, he looks good out of the gate here for the Arrows. Great ball player for the Arrows.
4th down will make it 5 here now for the Knights as Vogt comes out of the ball game. And going back to line up in punt formation here is Ramadia, the 5'6 senior. Back deep to return here for the Arrows. I believe that's, is that Sawyer? Double ones.
Yep.
Kick is away. Nice kick. Pals muffed it. Ball's
they're going
loose.
to get it. They can score on this.
RTR can pick this up, and they will pick it up at the 15-yard line on the muffed punt. And RTR will have the ball in beautiful field position, 1st and 10 from right around the 15.
Actually, you can't advance a muff punt, right?
I don't think so.
It was just a line drive punt there. Great punt by the backup punter for the Knights. And great field position here. 1st and 10 from the just inside the 15-yard line.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for RTR.
What happened to you guys in the blood drive?
You didn't come and give blood. You could have gave twice.
I was busy.
Yeah, I saw you were busy. 1st and 10 here for the RTR Knights. Vogt back under center. Deep man is Wabeke, and now motion, and a 5-yard penalty will back up RTR. Here's the call.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Cool.
Gosh, that's fun, isn't it?
A little echo there, but it's all right. We'll work on that.
Well, it's not because of me. It's because of him out there. It's coming from his mic from the speakers. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We're big time over here now, Tank. We're big time now. Hey, I doubt that.
Chris Berman, look out. Trent Dilfer, you guys struggled the other day.
You know who's struggling? These replacement officials.
Yeah.
Wow, they are not good. 1 man wide left, 2 men wide right. Tough, the single setback. They'll go to him on the toss, reverse, triple reverse. Wabeke dropped in the backfield. Gunnar Manderscheid didn't buy on that at all, and Wabeke is taken down all the way back at the 28-yard line.
That's just good job there by Manderscheid of staying home, relying on the rest of his defense to help him in the backside. Good job, big loss.
Loss of 8 on the play brings up second down in 23 after the penalty and now the huge loss. It's a triple reverse. Boy, you don't see it very often.
No, you don't.
It took a long time to develop, and the Arrows didn't buy on it one bit, didn't over pursue, and Gunnar puts him down to the turf. Wabeke to the left of Vogt, who's in at quarterback. 2 men left, 2 men right. Vogt calling for the football. Snap
Whoa,
over
get
his
after
head.
it, Arrows.
Vogt going to try to pick this thing up. Nope, he's just going to fall on it. And it'll be RTR ball, 3rd down and about 4 miles from near midfield.
21-yard loss on that play. Just going backwards, 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 the RTR Knights. The center's going, wow.
Ball is spotted. It's a loss of 21 on the snap over the head, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 44 for RTR.
Hiking out of the shotgun's not the easiest thing, you know.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Relied on him to do that here quite a bit.
You know, I had the pleasure last year of watching the Dutchmen do that. I mean, they do everything out of the shotgun, and even they, as much as they do it, have one go over Isaac's head every once in a while.
Here we go again. They're going to go right back to it.
Yes, they are.
Got to 3rd down and a mile.
3rd and make it 44 for the Knights. Shotgun formation over his head again. He's going to have to pick it up this time. He will. Nope, he'll just fall on it, and it goes all the way back to the 32-yard line.
Boy, the Arrows are going to get great field position out of this.
It's going to bring up 4th down and about 60. It'll put the ball all the way back to the 32-yard line. And listen to this, Lanny. It is 4th down and 63.
And they're going to punt.
I don't know if there's anything in the playbook for 4th and 63.
Punt.
Wow.
I like that call.
Waubakee will punt it away here to Osifort, who stands back at his own territory at the 35-yard line. Snap is low. Waubakee has it. Kicks it away. End over end kick. Called for a fair catch. Does Osifort. He'll make it at the 37-yard line. And that's where the Arrows will take over 1st and 10.
Good field possession here for the Arrows. Are we going to see Boyer?
I don't know. I didn't look.
No, they're pulling everybody. Yes, they are.
Yep. They'll bring in the
Uncle Todd's going, okay. This is how we're going to do her, young man.
So the starting we have a timeout.
Yes, we do.
That's their first charge timeout.
Yeah, we do. A timeout in the action here called by the Arrows. We'll take a break. This is Pipestone Football.
Hi, this is Boyer Bauman, and you're listening to Aero Football on KLOH.
1st and 10 here for the Arrows. They lead 32-0. Bauman hands it off.
Boyer on his first action of the night goes under center. Straight give up the guts and short gain, if anything, there for the Arrows. Jake Haubrick, 5'8" sophomore, 2nd down.
Carry by number 12, Haubrick.
We probably got all sophomores out there playing right now. Try and get to a few of the numbers or players to you.
2nd down and make it 9 after a gain of 1 for Haubrick. Ball sits at the 39-yard line. Bauman will send 1 man wide to the left side. Nope, make it 2 men to the left side, 2 men to the right side. Under center goes Bauman, the sophomore. Single setback is Haubrick. Boyer calls for the football. He's got it. Counter to the left side. Haubrick makes a man miss initially. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it, as he is wrapped up and gang tackled there by the Knights, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
It's kind of nowhere for the Arrows to go there as the RTR Knights stay with their starting defense. The young Arrows getting a chance to play out here. Up 32-0. 3rd down and 9 here for the Arrows.
Arrows got off to a fast start and did not look back ever since. As Lance mentions, they lead here 32 to the goose egg. 1 man wide right, 2 men wide left. Tight end to the left side of the formation. Bauman goes under center. Boyer calling for the football. Long count, he takes it, 3-step drop, looks, pumps, fires in the pass, thrown behind his intended receiver there to Colby Boyer. And boy, they had some room to do some good things over there. Ball just thrown behind Colby, and it'll be a 3 and out for the Arrow offense, and they'll be forced to punt.
Derby will come in and punt here for the Arrows. 4th down and 9, 2:22 to go, 32-0 all Arrows here.
Waubakee and Shane Boats have returned to kick for the Knights.
They must have lost their phone booth up in at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
Why is that?
Merle just texted me.
Oh, yeah?
Wanting to score.
Waubakee and Vogt back deep to return. Snap is high. Derby has it. Kick is away, and it's a high, short kick. This is going to take a bounce at the 36-yard line. It'll roll backwards to the 37, and that's where the Knights will take over 1st and 10.
Down on the ball for the Arrows is Will Smith.
1st and 10 Knights at the 37.
It's a little over 2 minutes to go in our ball game. The Arrows are going to come away with a victory after going 0 for last year.
They're going to snap their 10-game losing streak and going to walk away with a season-opening win as Apple will relay the defense here from Coach Williamson to the guys on the field. Some of the starters are still on there. We're mixing in some of the young kids, getting them some playing time here with 2:17 to play in our ball game.
Delay a game.
And too long, and a 5-yard penalty coming here.
Illegal substitution on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
Ran a guy out of the huddle too late. That'll back him up 5 yards.
Oh, I like that.
What's that?
Mike on the field.
You like that? It's nice. First down.
Improvements out here at Paulson Field
Oh,
this year.
excuse me. That's not on the Knights. It's on the Arrows.
Yes. Legal substitution on the Arrow defense.
So that'll make it 1st and 5. Snap, toss left side to Wabaki. Wabaki trying to cut back up the middle here now, and is going to be very close. I think he's got enough for the first down.
On the tackle there, I believe. Mitchell Ryan on the tackle. Second down. Oh,
no, that'd be
it is a first down.
Should be a first down, yeah.
2:08 to go. 32-0 Arrows.
Who made that tackle?
Mitchell Ryan.
Thank you.
On his number?
That'd be great. 33.
33.
1st and 10 for the Knights. Ball sits at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 RTR. Deep man is Wabaki. Knights come set. Vogt takes the snap, gives it off to Wabaki. Runs off left tackle, and he is driven down from behind by Austin Apple.
He did a nice job. Apple come from behind, pulled him down.
Apple shot the A-gap there, came through clean, and is able to make the stop. No gain. 2nd and 10.
There's old 6 hairs. He made it home from the state fair.
Yeah. I don't know where he's going at the moment, but checking out of the ball game here now for the Arrows will be Michael Giagrande, the 5'10 junior. He'll get a high five from Coach Bauman as he comes off the field. Clock runs now under 1:30 to play in the ball game. Arrows are going to move to 1-0 on the season with a win here over the Knights. 2 men wide to the right side, I formation behind Vogt. Wabaki the deep man, snap, toss, Wabaki, halfback pass, looks, pumps, fires down the sidelines. He's got a man and just overthrows his intended receiver, Shane Vogt, coming out of the backfield. Ooh.
Yeah,
that was close.
He had 6 rode all over that one. Timeout.
And
RTR?
No, they just had to stop the clock.
Oh, I thought he was calling a timeout.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 10 here as the pass was incomplete.
Ball sits at the Knight 48-yard line.
Stacked high in the backfield. Vogt, Tuft, and Wabaki, and now Vogt will move out to the slot on the right side. Deep man is Wabaki in the I formation. Vogt under center, takes a snap, toss, student body left, cuts back to across the middle of the field.
Holding.
Across the 50, across the 45, down to the 42-yard line, and he's going to be just shy of a first down to bring up 4th down and shorts.
Tackle for the Arrows.
Would have had him for about a 3-yard loss there. The official missed the hold.
Oh, here we go.
Had to get it in one time. One time.
4th down and short as we go under 35 seconds to play in the ball game. Knights will try to get the goose egg off the board here in the last 30 seconds. Vogt will go under center. Stacked eye behind him. Snap. Play action. Vogt looks. Pressure coming from Apple. He'll fire downfield. That is caught for the first down. That'll stop the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 RTR from the 36-yard line.
Haubrick on the tackle for the Arrows. Got some nice pressure from the backside. Just couldn't quite get to him. Haubrick comes up with the tackle.
1st and 10 here for RTR with 15 seconds to go. Clock will run. RTR is going to quickly come up to the line of scrimmage, try to get one more play off. 8, 7, 6, 5. Vogt takes the snap. Last play of the ball game. Toss to the left side for Wabaki. Wabaki going to cut back up the middle of the field. He is tackled inside the 30, and that is your ball game. Arrows victorious in their season opener, 32-0. When we come back, we'll have final stats of the ball game. Coach Bauman will come up to the press box and join us, and we'll tell you who our Crop Production Services player of the game is. It's all coming up next here on the post-game show. This is Pipestone Area Football. Back here at Paulson Field, Arrows victorious tonight, 32-0 over the RTR Knights. Arrows snap their 10-game losing streak in their first ever matchup with RTR. Arrow offense looked very, very good here tonight. Coming up on the postgame show, we will talk to the head coach of the Arrows, Troy Bauman, get his thoughts on a very impressive first win of the season, and we'll get you final stats as well. Arrows now are off for a week. Their next game not coming up until September the 9th. Arrows will be back in action. They'll have a home game with the Windham Eagles, so they'll have a couple of weeks to get ready for Windham and the Southwest Conference schedule. We'll step aside, come back, final